What is up, you beautiful mobile gamers? My name is Nimblethor, and this is my weekly roundup of the 4 best games that I played last week right here on YouTube. Now, this week I'll be covering an amazing turn-based JRPG, an adventure fantasy MMORPG with light survival gameplay elements, a charming puzzle platformer, and then lastly, a fantasy RPG-themed idle clicker with a beautiful art style and atmosphere. So if any of today's videos catch your attention, remember that the full videos of each game have been linked in the description box, and while you're watching this video, be sure to let me know what your own favorite game is these days. And with that said, let's get into the first game. And I want to just kick this week off with Dawn of Isles, which is a beautiful fantasy MMORPG with PvE, PvP, dungeons, parties, and light survival gameplay elements like, for example, harvesting resources and crafting items. And this game has got a lot of good things going for it. The world design is stunning, a useful hotbar provides quick access to harvesting tools, food, or whatever else we place there really. There's a nice balance between auto and manual gameplay, where auto is optional and mostly for quest and running, but most notably, the combat feels amazing in Dawn of Isles. The left side joystick is very responsive, the abilities look and feel great to land perfectly, and ability combos like, for example, mixing fire and wind to create a fire tornado makes the combat anything but boring. Now, all of this game's many cutscenes and NPC conversations sadly don't have an English voiceover yet, but apart from that, my only complaint is that all of the classes are gender locked as well. Although there are multiple cosmetic and some non-cosmetic in-app purchases, veteran players have argued that the game is at the very least much more fair than your average mobile MMORPG, and that it's nearly free from any pay to win, even at higher levels, at least so far, so fingers crossed that it's gonna stay that way. The game requires online access, it takes up 2.85 GB of space, it's available on both Android and on iOS, and if you've been looking for a new high-quality MMORPG with light survival and adventure elements, then Dawn of Isles is definitely worth checking out. So today's next game is called Heartstar, and it's a bit of a hidden gem if you like charming retro puzzle platformers without all the flaws of loot boxes, heavy monetization, and all the many other horrible anti-consumer systems that we sadly see in many modern mobile games. The game puts us in control of a male blue character who can only walk on blue tiles, and a female red character who can only walk on red tiles. Our goal then is to move around and switch between the red and the blue character until we find a way to get both of them safely to the finish line. The levels in this game are very well designed, and although relatively easy, it does make the game a joy to play and experience. It monetizes, by the way, through skippable video advertisements, and on iOS at least, you have a $2 in-app purchase to remove those advertisements completely. You can play the game offline, it takes up only 33.5 MB of space, it's out on Android and it's out on iOS, and you should absolutely take Heartstar for a spin if you like cute puzzle platforming games. Light Away is an aesthetically beautiful idle clicker game with RPG-like progression and a cute story that unfolds as we progress through the game's many levels. Like in any clicker game, we tap the screen to deal damage, which earns us gold that we can spend on increasing our damage, hiring pets to help us deal more damage, and so on. The game monetizes through incentivized video advertisements and a few in-app purchases to help us progress faster. But I'm liking Light Away more than the majority of clicker games that I've played on mobile, simply because of the attention to art style and atmosphere, which feels great in this game. Light Away is offline playable, it takes up only 112 MB of space, it's available on Android and on iOS, and although I know that some of you fine folks don't really like idle games, if you're into these types of things, this is a beautiful casual gameplay experience that is definitely worth checking out, although to be fair, I doubt that this is the type of game that you'll be playing for months on end. Another Eden is a high-quality, single-player, turn-based JRPG from the people behind the original Chrono Trigger game, and it features no energy system, no auto-combat, no VIP system, no daily missions, or anything of the like whatsoever, and it's so refreshing. As we travel through the 2D world with our team of heroes to complete quests and experience the game's elaborate and lengthy story, we stumble into random monster encounters, a bit like walking in the high grass in Pokemon. During combat, we pick an attack and a target for each of our heroes, we then start the round to trigger all the attacks, and then the next round starts. I'm liking the combat system, I'm loving the world design, and I'm enjoying the beautiful music track that this game has to offer. Now, the game does monetize through a light hero unlocking system, but I want to make it very clear that we get plenty of heroes through completing quests, and unlike a true gacha game, this system isn't forced on us, and there's no horrible unlock multiple of the same hero to level it up system either. The game requires online access, it takes up a whopping 3.45 GB of space, it's out on Android and on iOS, and if you like JRPGs, this one is a no-brainer, and it's my favorite game of the week as well. That is it for today, but I want to just thank you guys for sticking around to the very end of this video. It really does make the world of a difference for our community here on YouTube, as the higher the watch time is, the more YouTube will promote these videos, and then the more of you guys will actually get to see the videos. So thank you for sticking around. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and until next time, just keep gaming, stay awesome, and I'll see you guys around.